Retake, huge. And what trust is there as well to go for that stick all the way at half? Every teammate in that instance just playing perfectly, and so much info as well gathered. You can see the op through the scan as well. Artstar's never done this. Noya has been so many times up top, and once again, oh, okay. Claudia's ready for it this time. Done with the funny business.
So B, Claudia has just turned this game around. A near clutch in the previous, and now she's opened up by 2 in the current round, but she needs a little bit more. Still isolated, alone towards B, and dead to Ellie. So much space was garnered there, and now it's been ripped straight on away from them. 4v2 on this A site. XSET not out of the round.
They're not even convinced about that B push or take at all. Starry hasn't moved. You see Sile ready for this one as well. Ellie will be coming through very fast as well very soon. That's the advantage of having that Sage all the way towards that back site. Able to take so much space with that wall. Sile will drop down right onto Viper, right onto Rise in just a second. We'll try to find the spray, and the pit is gone.
Pit is down, but still a bit of trouble in paradise here as Ellie swings forward. She grabs another frag, so 2v2 up top. Bungie's recovered an operator, and she has the angle to make it work. However, Sile just holding it, no one to counter out. Hunter's Fury, but she's already gone half.
So going in with it, Bungie finds a big shot now. Time's not going to be on their side. Another one from Bungie, and CLG find their second round.
G finally punished this aggression. I mean, I see CLG, but really it was just Claudia. Massive in the individual performance. They're still impressive that XSET get it as close as they did. However, this post-plant setup, it wasn't short-sighted. It wasn't like, hey, we're just going to play around the pit. You can plant wherever we're in a pit. They planted in a position where go was in the late round to fall away from the pit, let it drop, and then play the post with that off.
Adaption is going to be key versus XSET for CLG. And now they finally look like they're finding their groove. Issue is there's only about 3 rounds left on this half. Playing against that drone as well. Ellie's never been on this side. Sees EMEA really close by. Getting her down might be huge. The resurrection not being there for another rifle round. She'll be a key target. So let's a few people go out first. It's an op in front though. And once again, Artstar is holding down Yellow. The amount of time she's buying. She can hear all the footsteps close range as well. Bungie's ready for her if that overheat, overpeak comes in.
You normally see this position played by a Jet or by a Chamber. Someone who can get out of jail. Someone who can free themselves if trouble comes on through, but not Artstar. She's taking a big risk in this position. Needs something massive, or at least to set up the trade frag from Ellie.
Her wall does cover the escape. She's locked in, and it's because Ellie can see this backside. This is a 2-form factor of trust. The authentication is there for this hold, and nothing's happening on the map. So it's going to keep getting held. The wall down. They know everything, but the whiff from Artstar. Unfortunate. Ellie with a desperate play to try to recuperate, but that's not going to be possible too. CLG looking for their 3rd round.
Yeah, and Claudia might have just locked it on in. Storybound and Noya alone. Noya's been fantastic thus far this game, but a retake here feels an impossibility. The clock already ticking it up, holding the line, and this time Bungie gets the better of her.
Finally online, Bungie also landing her shots. Up to Starry. I think they have a little bit of a bank for the moment. 2,500 creds will have at least 4 to 5k to work with on the next round. Maybe just looking for exits. Maybe wants to get that op down. 1v5, not really going to be possible. Might just be a save angle.
Yeah, looking like that one will become a reality. It took them a bit, but XSET have figured out the solution in towards this game, and it's just holding, playing slow, or excuse me, CLG are the ones to find that solution against XSET. They were the piece to this puzzle that thus far. Roster, just interesting. You can never really know exactly what they're bringing to the table, but having an extra mind will always help, as Valorant is constantly evolving. But talk of evolution, XSET are gonna have to show their final form here on the defense if they want to be able to close out this half.
Combination of that slow and that owl drone is just to hear one person moving away. The drone might not even be able to tag them as much, but it's going to look fine. EMEA down, resurrection gone, huge value just away in game plan. That barrier or the wall not going to be there either, so this will be a huge deterrent. Rise also got off the picks, and what a misstep from Bungie. A misinput, and Artstar finds him out, or finds her off the dash.
And look out towards mid. This is being held. Storybun finds the connection onto Claudia. Han is stuck on in. The new addition to this squad. Have to find it for the 1 versus 4. She knows someone's mid. She knows someone's A. Those 2 pieces of information assured. Just seen that the Sova is here as well, but now with that timer ticking away, rotations could have happened. Anyone could be anywhere, and with that player still holding in mid for Storybun, Han has no options. She just has to fight. XSET know where she's coming from. And Artstar just holding the angle, confirms the information. They're patient. They wait. They don't even give her this 1 versus 1. They let Han make the play because, hey, look who's on the other side. An Omen ready to swing. Paranoia, fight forward. Story bun quick for the 1-for-1. Proactive in fixing issues before they become something big. Got the optical set up again here. Ellie. Position, but she's going to get droned on out, pushed away in this endeavor. It's been a while since this A site has been tested. Now they'll realize that the chamber is here, so it might just have to fall to that retake. Wall available, and Misha should be able to get this plant.
Was that a collateral tag? I thought that Celia was also getting scanned. Doesn't matter though. Talk about just collateral type damage. Shoots the wall, finds the head. That's gonna be Amisha going down. Another aspect of no resurrection before this half even ends. She only really pulled up her eyes off of 1 round. Unfortunate. Now the backside entire opening that you're not used to really having because there's always a barrier orb up, a wall able to deny it. It's not going to be there this time for the side of CLG. It'll be tough to really push in here. No Viper Spit really available either. That wall is all the way towards B. They have nothing on their side for offense to really lock this site down.
And this is where this composition struggles. You will have no control utility. You have no smokes. Your Sage dies. You have no wall. It's going to be really tough to hold in towards this post plant with already a player deficit and with a flank coming through quickly from Artstar.
A roll off the Aldron while everyone hears that. We'll see Neuer just sneaking in. Cool, calm, collected. Bungie, though, finds a big pick, and that will even the tides. Now, the 2v2, Sealay, Artstar. They're starting to roll in. Sealay straight into an up. Artstar finds one. Has the info. Too quiet, so it has to be the flank. Bungie's mind is exactly where it needs to be. Absolute patience. Nice big swing. And she has to know the other player is very close by, covering one of the angles. Here's the push. Sees the snake, but unfortunately blocks off even more room of her own. Now going in. The geometry's there off of all of the walls. Rise wins out when it matters most, making the half 8-4. We'll be right back after this break of the first half, and have started to hold on to the rungs. The cracks in the stone are starting to climb up a little bit, making the 7-1 and 8-4. It's huge. I was about to say, Han, there's no way you don't spam Ellie off of that scan. And quickly, one of the lurkers is down.
Claudia spots out information towards A. She concedes this space. They're confident. They're comfortable to play this retake. That's because there's a forward wall. XSET will have to play this post plant on the site, or else they risk being separated because of that wall.
That was a really interesting trademark to stop any of the fast pushing going on top 410. Never really seen that slow effect before. We'll keep XSET a little bit wondering. What a value shock onto Sealay, forced to run out of the way as well. Just based off of utility, CLG is finding big ways to move in to this site. Claudia, another big shot. Headhunter really finding exactly what it was made for. Bungie also rolling in. Also on pistols, and just moments like these, I like the use of shoot-till. I think that's what I like to call it. A lot of the times shoot-till's only really made for info. No one's really there to act off of it. But when you have shoot-till, when you have things that are ready for shots right afterwards as well, it's used to act off of it in quick speeds. Now Claudia towards that backside will have to deal with a lot rolling in a quick spot, really. A few flicks are not going to find much, though. Ellie is going to be the better chamber in that moment and find the frag before chaos happens.
Such a well set up play too, straight in through mid. No one was ready for that. An immediate shutdown onto the player looking to defend, but the retake coming quickly now for CLG with the better weapons.
Paranoia up and ready to go as well. Very interesting plant spot, which will force everyone to start the fight. The wall is in the way. No one can reach it. Why pick Sage? Because sometimes you don't even have to play the game. Huge from CLG. Rise finds 4.
Round, their money is going to be shattered.
Mid push from Ellie, always rocking in. I'd like to see maybe even Recon Dart coming in right after that slow to make both movement and then looking around that much more difficult as well. We'll save that for a different day because EMEA wants to let Ellie through. Clearing this angle is going to take a lot. The headshot there, but because of the lesser impact of firepower, because it's just a Spectre, even having that first shot won't matter if Ellie's aim rings even truer.
Claudia's still holding forwards here, but she's the sole player over towards this A site. Make or break in this round. A round that is so incredibly pivotal. On the side of CLG, XSET, though, they still have util to clear on out. A Paranoia for Story Bun, Shock Darts as well for Sealay. The question is, how much value does she get? And it is 0. Fantastic Paranoia. That's why you pick the Omen on this map.
That jacket was gold. The rendezvous ready. A little bit of greed will now turn this 5v4 into a 5v3. That much harder for CLG to roll in with, especially because they don't have the weapons to rock with too. Rise finding a little bit of damage over, a little bit of a pick with that snake bite. They'll actually back off completely and go for a re-hit while they controlled site. Huge, but allow Noya to regroup, or just allows her to completely regroup with the team off that backdash. Now C-Lake will try to find a more patient way to attack the site. Look at that ebb and flow, the back and forth XSET. How hard is that to deal with?